Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of United Talks podcast. And this is the match review show. How was that? Manchester United beating Leicester City 2-1 in the FA Cup fourth round. And we look forward to the fifth round now, if, albeit an offside goal, but it was a win that both teams actually deserved. It's basically something that, we need to think about and we need to worry about. Like looking at the starting lineup, I know that Altaban there was injured, so Onana started, and then we had Harry Maguire in center back. We had Lenny Yoro, we had Nusa Mazraoui, we had Patrick Dogu making his debut, and Diogo Dalot playing on the left, Patrick Dogu on the right, and then the two midfields, obviously Manuel Ugarte as predicted, and Bruno Fernandes as predicted, and up and in the front two it was more like the two tens was Ahmad and Kobe Menu, and then we had Hoyland up top. Now, it gave me cause to worry because this is the usual trend we've been noticing, especially at home in the game. Again, in games, usually first half we tend to be a little bit lethargic. We start to try to feel the game. We're trying to feel the other team. We're trying to play and try to understand how the other team is playing, and then we end up kind of like shooting ourselves in the foot by playing so slow, and then we lose transition, we lose balls, and then we're not having shots. Like I just only figured out today that Manchester United had only one shot on goal. I mean, had no shot on goal against Crystal Palace. And then today we're playing like a little bit lethargic, passing side to side, no adventure, and it was a bit like slow and draggy and all of that, and that is not the kind of football that Amorim likes to play. Amorim likes to play quite quick transition, fast playing, fast, moving football. But today we were just playing so slow, and it was worrying. It was really worrying for us as fans. Like I was literally annoyed at the approach of the game. And then the one player that just came back from injury that wasn't mentioned in the predicted line in the predicted lineup against Leicester comes in, has a shot on goal, and then the Cordova Reed. So the person is in Didi, and then the Cordova Reed comes in and heads the ball like right in front of the goalkeeper. That could have been called an offside goal, but then what can we say? No VAR. So I think both teams at some point kind of, you know, wanted that game to go the same way it did. Both teams kind of like deserved to win. Either team deserved to win. So yeah, I don't know. It's a consistent trend. We have to now be feeling the game, and then next thing, Ruben Amorim makes a snap change in the second half, and then everything starts to speed up, and then we start to play like we have some nerve, and we have some energy, or like a rocket. It leaves me worried about a couple of things, especially with this team. I know I won't be the one to come and tell you that this team is not good enough. They are good enough. They are professionals and they are doing what, and this is I've been worried about this for a couple of days now, thinking about Ruben Amorim's lineup and how he sets his team and all of that. And I think that this team is still in that state where they're a bit scared about what next to do. Everybody's trying to do what they can do, but they're a bit scared about their approach and implementation, and how they are going to kind of like feel the game, and how they're going to kind of approach the game basically. And I felt that Ruben Amorim taking Patrick Dogo off in the first half, to some extent it was good, to other extents it was not so good, because you've taken away pace from one side of the game, or one side of the wing. And that's one it is one thing to watch football, it's another thing to kind of watch football with an open mind, unbiased, and on not taking sides and all of that. And I noticed this where the commentators kept saying something like, "Oh, how could you sign someone who is a predominantly left-footed player, and then you you now play him as a right winger when you signed him to play left back?" Ruben Amorim is the manager of this club, and he knows what he wants to do. I mean, in Sporting, he plays a right-footed player on the left and plays. I mean, plays a left-footed player on the left and plays a left-footed player on the right. In Quenda when he played in Sporting. So I don't understand why, and they kept repeating and repeating and repeating it for the most part of the first half. Yes, Patrick Dogu is still trying to feel the game. He's still trying to feel himself. I wish he played in the second half. That pace that we had would have even come, but he's still trying to feel the game and trying to understand which team, what the team, what the. I mean, he's literally had maybe 4 or 5 days of practice with the team for him to be able to now say, okay, but I can now fit in this team. So it was, yeah, yeah. It feels a bit worrying sometimes, but again, the guy who was the villain at some point a few weeks ago is now one who has instigated a good, a good pushback by the team in Joshua Xerxes and the man of the match, Alejandro Garnacho, turned up today, very direct. Yeah, albeit he should have had one chance where he should have just quickly square played, and then Hoyland would have scored. Hoyland had an attempt as well that was blocked and all of that, but Joshua Xerxes finds himself in the. And then there's this ball that we kept playing in the box, a square play that we kept playing in the box that nobody was there to attack. I can assure you that if Bruno was there, he wasn't playing like a deep line player. If he was there, he would be the one to pounce on it. Joshua Xerxes was on the other side and was a bit, what I would say, a bit too far. He was coming in too late in the box. It's expected that he's supposed to be early in the box, but he was coming in too late in the box. So, I mean, like, there's a whole lot of things that we need to break down in this team to be able to now navigate and kind of like come up with how it is that we can be able to win a game emphatically. Leicester are 18th. We should have smashed them off the park. Yeah, and then which now brings to question what Ruud van Nistelrooy knows about the team. Like he said with so much confidence that he knows the team, doesn't really need to like prepare much because he knows everybody in the team and all of that. Yeah. So, like, if we were to break it down, like, it's basically just a horrendous performance in the first half and a very, very, very good step up in the second half. That the team needs to do more. But for Harry Maguire and the offside goal, even the Cordova Reed's goal was offside if we look at it. But I know fans are going to say, oh, Leicester City were robbed, blah, 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 blah. We had so many chances we should have scored. Leicester City never even had any sniff at us in the second half. And once they removed Daka in the second half, basically had they were toothless. With Buenanote playing as a striker, when I thought he would have just played Ayu as a striker and then Buenanote on the left side, but well, it's Leicester and it's not my business. The most important thing is we're in the heart, just as Roy Keane said, we're in the fifth round, and that's the most important thing. So, yeah, yeah, it was a lethargic performance in the first half. It's literally a game of two halves. But what can we say? We have to take the positives from this game, as we will bring in the takeaways show. Take the positives from this game and move on to the next game, basically. Just take the positives, move on to the next game, build momentum, and see where it leads us from there. But yeah, so many things to talk about in the game. Are we going to talk about the defense? Yeah, Maguire put in a very good performance in the defense. Put in a very good performance in the defense. Onana, well, mistakes. I mean, with that chance and all of that, but yeah, this first save and all of that, but it is what it is. We have to take it. But and another pattern that I've noticed with this team is that, and I've seen this with games. I mean, look at it. I saw it against Rangers. I saw it against FCSB. I saw it against Southampton, and now I've seen it against Leicester. Against teams like these, we tend to be very lethargic until the 65th minute, 65, literally, like an hour and 5 minutes. In the 65th minute, then we pick up and then it's now pace and all that. Is it because maybe the other team is tired or something? Because at some point it felt like, oh, the other team were more like, um, how will I say it? Like they were the ones at home and all of that. But yeah, it is what it is. We need to just build. We need to just be very, very, very intent on trying to finish off games and kill games off. Provide chances for the strikers. There was one chance, Alejandro Garnacho, yeah, man of the match, I give him that. But There was one chance he should have easily just squared for Hoyland, who was running his socks off to the middle, but it wasn't. And then Joshua Xerxes, what a great performance from Joshua Xerxes. What a great performance from Joshua Xerxes. Composed, was winning duels, was passing. I would like to see his stats. And then another great performance from Ahmad as well. It wasn't so much of a so much to report with Ahmad. He was very direct. The moment he moved to wing back, he became direct. I don't know whether it is what Ruben Amrim is gonna start trying, just putting Ahmad in wing back because like he became potent in the wing back position, very potent. He was very intent on trying to win um duels where he was playing in wing back. But when he came to like one of the two tens, he felt like he had nothing. I mean, look at it. Leicester City had control of a high momentum just around the 30th to 45th minute until Man United now took over and then for the most part of the game had control and all of that. Yeah, so it's yeah, eh, I it's so sad to see that we had to start to try to fill the game first, try to get to play lethargic side to side and all of that. I mean, finish the game with an expected goals of 1.82, total shots of 13 with four on target, like literally four big chances and two big chances missed and all of that. Almost close to each other in passing accuracy and passes. We had 486 passes and they had 383 passes. Leicester shouldn't be having that. And then 84% to 83% pass accuracy. And so we had six corners. We made nothing from each from any of the corner except for set pieces and all of that. So it's like we need to like really, 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 really dig deep. Now we have a long time before our next game. We have a long time for our next game, before our next appearance. As regards to yeah, we play on the 16th of February against Tottenham Hotspurs, who just literally got knocked out. So I mean, we need to be able to kill games off. We have 1 week of training to be able to figure out how to beat Tottenham. Yeah, I'm not going to rule out Tottenham. They're a big team, so we're not going to rule them out. So yeah, yeah. Um, Manuel Ugarte as well. Need to mention him. Run around, run his socks off, and all of that. So, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But for those who haven't liked, shared, or subscribed, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything. Thank you so much. It's a win, and we'll accept it. No VAR, and then we'll see what VAR can. I mean, we've suffered in the hands of the referees and the VAR this season, so I'll take that one. I'll take that win, and then we'll use it to build momentum. I mean, and then cheers to Harry Maguire for getting that win. Harry Maguire, yep, for getting that win against Leicester. I would like to, yeah, we'll see what his rating is in the player ratings. But yeah, cheers to Harry Maguire for getting that win. I mean, Fergie time, right? Harry Maguire scores in Fergie time, and that's what we actually needed. So thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you haven't, please do like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything Manchester United. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, goodbye, and God bless.